All right, no, thank you. And I just like to appreciate the presenters or speakers who came before me. QS Patrick Ambanza, who highlighted inflation in Malawi, and Malawi being the third highest hit in terms of the nature of inflation, the type of inflation, how hard hit we are in Africa. QS Tawanya has also talked a lot about the information, the risks, the analysis, and collaboration that's required, the trends, the historical data. And Dr. Rocky has also given us quite an elaborative presentation on the pricing strategy, along with Benjamin Katola on the perspective of the contractors, how it's very vital to consider the contract and the pricing strategies before you enter into any contract per se. And then Chris Martin, was also spoken from the client's perspective. So just to jump in um, to my analysis or presentation based on the digital inventions in the industry and what potential they have to mitigate inflation. And before that, I would just like to point out that indeed, we're in an era of global economic volatility. Nations like Malawi are grappling with soaring inflation, currency devaluation, and erratic funding patterns in public infrastructure projects as well as private. And digitalization presents an opportunity to mitigate these challenges because, I mean, we cannot get rid of the inflation per se, but we can manage it. So digitalization gives us an opportunity to manage or mitigate these challenges by enhancing transparency, real-time cost control, and predictive analysis in quantity surveying and construction cost management. Because essentially, what I can say that I've drawn from, I can say each and every speaker who came before me is that information management is the key. Because in everything that has been mentioned, we should be asking ourselves the question we should be asking ourselves is that it's not basically what you do, but it's how you do it. And it's not what you say, but how you say it. So I would say that information management is critical throughout the construction and project lifecycle because it ensures that the right information reaches the right people at the right time and supporting decision making, as mentioned by all the presenters, the importance of having the right information at the right time and following the right procedures, coordination, accountability, and efficiency. So in today's digital construction environment, information management is it's not just a technical function, it's a strategic enabler of project success. So diving into the question that I was given, um, the answer would be yes. Digital innovations have the potential to mitigate inflation, especially in industries like construction and quantity surveying. And here's a few areas how this can be done. Um, Increased efficiency. Basically, digital tools such as building information modeling, project management software, and automation can streamline processes, reduce human errors, and speed up project delivery because this improves productivity, which can help control costs even during inflationary periods. Because basically, the manual process or the traditional process that we use is usually prone to error. We don't keep information safely, and well, in fact, we don't actually share information adequately in order for us to forecast what's coming and what's ahead of us. There's also cost control and transparency. Digital technologies enable real-time data collection, analysis, and reporting, which I think has been an issue which is of huge concern if I draw from all the previous speakers. The issue of having the information, analyzing things critically, not just using our memory, but diving right into the deep end and swimming out and fishing out all the areas that need to be properly analyzed and critically taken care of. So digital technologies enable real-time data collection, analysis, and reporting. For example, with cloud-based cost management tools, stakeholders can monitor project budgets, track changes, and assess the impacts of price fluctuations on materials and labor. And this transparency allows for better decision-making and can prevent budget overruns caused by inflation. So basically, the importance of information management, having the right information and processing it and delivering at the right time. There's also optimized resource management. There's an issue of the use of resources, which was also mentioned by all the previous speakers on
Sorry,
how it,
Sabron. Sorry
yes.
to interrupt you, but I think it would be good for you to be letting know the one on the slides
Oh,
so that you'll be moving together.
no, no, that well, okay. Basically, I thought the slides would just be for the information, but I can go by the slides, but I was just responding to the question that was given by the moderator.
Ah,
Because the
that makes
slides,
sense. That's fine.
yeah, yeah, the slides they go into different angles and depths, but I'm focusing right now on the questions that was given by the moderator. But I'll dive into the slides for more elaboration. There's no problem with that if I have the time. So just continuing. And optimize resource management. Tools like AI and machine learning can predict demand patterns and optimize resource allocation. This reduces wastage and allows businesses to negotiate better contracts, minimizing the effects of price volatility in raw materials and labor costs. Supply chain transparency. With digital supply chain solutions, businesses can track material prices, delivery times, and inventory levels in real time, enabling them to negotiate better prices and reduce delays, which are often exacerbated by during inflationary periods. So basically, having this information in real time and having the opportunity to access it when you need it. I think when QS talked of having an integrated database or integrated software cross database, have all this information. So that eases and leads to more efficiency in terms of how we run our businesses and projects. And then there are long-term savings. I mean, initially, the initial cost of adopting digital technologies may be high, but in the long run, they provide substantial savings by optimizing operations, reducing waste, and improving productivity, all of which are crucial during inflationary periods. So I think basically those are among the few areas which have the potential to mitigate inflation, if we use digital technology.
Thank you for that. If you could just wrap up in the next 5 minutes or so, just give us an idea of what the biggest challenges that contractors are facing in adopting these technologies, and
All right.
probably how they can overcome those challenges.
All right. No, thank you. Adapting new technologies presents several challenges for companies, and including and it seems that the number one challenge is the high initial investment. Many digital technologies require significant upfront costs for software, hardware, and training, and small and medium companies may struggle to justify these expenses, especially in times of economic uncertainty or inflation. Resistance to change. There's often resistance from employees, management, or stakeholders who are accustomed to traditional methods. They may view new technologies as complex, unnecessary, or difficult to integrate into existing workflows. There's also skills gap. The workforce may lack the necessary digital skills to operate new technologies effectively. Training and reskilling programs are essential, but they take time and resources. Then we have integration issues. Many companies have legacy systems that are not easily compatible with new technologies. Integrating digital tools into existing processes and infrastructure can be a complex and costly task. Data security and privacy concern. This is also an issue whereby digital tools, particularly cloud-based systems, raise concerns about data security and privacy. And companies must ensure they comply with data protection laws and safeguard sensitive information from cyber threats. Lack of standardization is also a major challenge in some industries. I think Malawi is one of them. There's no clear standardization of digital tools, which can make it difficult to choose the right technology or integrate multiple tools effectively. And then there's the return on investment. Companies may struggle to measure the return on investment in digital technology, especially in the early stages of adoption. It can be challenging to assess the long-term benefits when the costs and changes are immediate. And then we have also cultural barriers. In some cases, company culture may not be conducive to technological adoption. A traditional risk-averse mindset can hinder innovation and delay the implementation of new tools and practices. And so in summary, just to summarize, I'll just say that digital interventions indeed have a great potential to mitigate inflation, primarily by enhancing efficiency, improving cost control, and optimizing resources. However, companies face several challenges in adopting these technologies, including high initial costs, resistance to change, lack of skilled workers, and integration issues.